Okay, let's go ahead and look at the left-hand side of our notes. Try a couple problems over there and see if we are any good at math. This is the exciting part. So we're on page 364 in the textbook. And let's try number 13. Number 13 says find real square roots. Find real square roots. And here's the number they gave you, 64 over 169. Good luck. Pause this for a second. Okay, we want to find the square root. Let me go ahead and write it out like that, 64 over 169. Now, both of these numbers are perfect squares. For today, most things will go evenly. If you need a table of perfect squares, just under y1, hit x squared, or just make it yourself. To an extent, you can do most of those, and hopefully you have a lot of those memorized. And up to, so 64 is going to be 8. 169 is going to be 13. So this is just 8 over 13. Okay, so as soon as you know that you can take the square root of each individually, there it is, 8/13. Just takes you a second. Let's try another one. Let's try 15. And 15 says find all the real cube roots. Find cube roots of 0.125. 0.125. And if I were to read this number, I would read it as 125 thousandths. So maybe if you just write it as a fraction that way, that'll be a little bit easier. Let me give you a second there. Go ahead and pause. All right, we're back. The question itself is a little convoluted, I suppose. It says find the cube roots, but we know there's only one root when you're taking the cube root, so that's a little mean. So this is the cube root. Let me change. This is the cube root of 125 thousandths. So 125 over 1,000 would be a good way to do that. And then both of those are perfect cubes. Just like we did for the squares, you can go to your y equals and say, well, what about x cubed? What about x cubed? And make a little table. And you can also make this table yourself. So 10 cubed is 1,000. And let me see. Oh, there we go. 5 cubed is 125. Like I said, for today, most of this will go evenly. I don't want to say all of this because, well, that might be a lie. So 5 over 10? Oh, that's just a half. Okay, so maybe I could have simplified this at first, but it was a little bit easier just to simplify it. Here, 5/10 is 1/2. So the cube root of 0.125 is just a half. I want to try one more with you. Let's try number 26. Number 26. I know the lighting is bleeding a little bit, but hopefully you can see it well enough. Number 26, the square root of 16x squared. The square root of 16x squared, and we did a little bit with variables on the other side. That's actually really similar to one of our problems. So go ahead and try that. Alrighty, let's see. We have the square root of 16x squared. Well, the square root of 16 is 4. The square root of x squared, well, that's just going to be x. Okay, and we also talked about when you go from an even power to an odd power, that's going to be an absolute value there. So you need to add that on as well. So 4 times the absolute value of x. What I want you to do, first do your 3 questions. And what I want you to do for your homework, let's see, first we'll have 10 through 21, but no repeats. We already did 13 and 15, so no repeats. Okay, let's see here, 27 to 29. (36 through 42). And let me see. Let's throw in a couple more there. 45 to 48. They're just kind of think about it things. Okay, and it's more problems than I usually give you, but most of them you'll fly through with great speed, so I don't feel too bad about making you work a little bit. Burn some calories for me, and I'll catch up with you some other time. Peace.